Hello everyone, my name is Obidima Jennifer Chene, a diction and English educator, spelling educator, grammarian, speech instructor, and a very seasoned 21st century educator. Well, I have always been fascinated with the English language. Growing up, I was very fortunate to acquire a major part of my early years education at International Early Learning Center. It was a school located, or it is a school located in Aba, Abia State. I'm sure it's still in existence. Yes, I'm an Aba babe. Okay, right. Okay, so moving on to what spurred my interest in English language. Growing up, like I said earlier, I had my early years education in IELC, and my proprietress was a white woman, Mrs. Ivana Onuma. So it was just natural for me to love the language. And fast forward to secondary school, of course, I excelled mostly in English language. I loved watching movies. I read non-stop. I read so many books, so many novels. I still read them. That is a very, very beautiful thing about the English language. It just, you just have to read. It's as simple as it gets, and moving on to my university, I kind of just knew that I was going to study English language. I'd written my first JAM, of course, for law. It didn't work out. And I wrote the next one for English language. And just like that, I got the course. So I enrolled into University of Nigeria, Nsukka, where I was also, again, fortunate enough to have one of the best experiences in one of the best English language departments you can have in Nigeria. I think my set was the first set to ever actually be in a language lab. So the language lab was like, I can't explain, but it was a very beautiful experience, always being in the language lab. So I think everything just came full circle for me with regard to how much I love the language. And of course, as a grammarian, you are a jealous custodian of the English language. So yes. My voyage as a diction and English educator has been quite exhilarating, right? But the satisfaction that comes with each achieved success is quite rewarding. Very, very rewarding. You see, its dynamism, opens you up to a lot of different kinds of adventure, challenges, thrills, rides, and so on and so forth. And I can say that mostly I have tried to stay true to the language and myself, of course, because this is something I really love. And it also has helped me to get extremely better at it. And of course, I cannot say I know everything. As much as I love the language, I'm a Nigerian, but I know that I'm not basic. I'm extremely far from basic. So yes, I try my best to continue to do better and better at mastering the language. Well, in my opinion, I would say yes, because I know that my spoken English language is not basic at all. It is completely far from basic, and of course, also completely far ahead of what is generally obtainable. So yes, I agree. It is not about keeping up. I have built myself up in this regard so that the moment I open my mouth to speak English language, I speak English language. No in-betweens. No, not at all. Never. Yes, of course. What do you take me for? I am proficiently excellent at speaking the Igbo language. I am an Igbo girl, and it will be completely crass of me not to know how to speak my mother tongue. Hello? You want to hear how proficient I am? Okay, fine, let's go. Ndị be anyị ekene m unu. Ehihie ọma nụ. Kedu ka unu mee taa? All right. Let me say something else. But I'm sure if you're Igbo, you would understand everything I'm saying. And do not come here to tell me that my Igbo sounds English. No, it does not. All right, so let's go again. Let's pretend a role play. Snogging. Mba. Ya inye kwa na nsogbu. Anwa kwa na anwa we nye nsogbu. Na nife na-ekwu. Sie papa so. Did you see that? Yes, that was me being extremely proficient in my Igbo language. But hey, if you have to speak English, please speak English. No interferences, no in-betweens, no ups, no downs, and nothing like Nigerian English. It doesn't exist. There's nothing like that. Sorry. Over the years, I've heard people say things like Nigerian English, and when they say that, they don't. Too many things are mixed up and jumbled together, and when you listen to what they call Nigerian English, it's a total mess, a complete English language mess. For instance, someone wants to say something, and for instance, okay, let me give an example. Now I'm lost for words, but I know that when Nigerians tell you to speak English the Nigerian way, they mean for you to mispronounce words and think that it's okay. To speak a particular word or a string of words in complete mispronunciation. I think there is nothing okay about that. Okay? So that is basically what I've seen over the years when people tell you to speak English the Nigerian way. They're just telling you to mispronounce words and think it's okay, to speak in flat tones and think it's okay, to not use intonations when you speak, to use the wrong terms in your sentences and think it's okay, but that is completely wrong. I know that there are Nigerians who are completely beautifully spoken orally. I'm not using this as a yardstick to judge every single Nigerian English speaker out there, but a good percentage of Nigerians behave in this manner, and it gets quite daunting sometimes, although I've got thick skin. So yes, that's what I perceive as when people say Nigerian English. My goals are quite lofty, very lofty, tall goals, right? But I'm not afraid of them because I know that they can be achieved no matter what. They can be achieved. One of my goals is this, that every child I teach experiences a difference in what he or she has formerly known up until the time they meet me. I'm very passionate about people speaking English language the right way and nothing more. You may not acquire an accent, that's fine, that's completely okay. But you need to be prepared to know that for every time you open your mouth, as long as you have mastered the art of speaking every word correctly, accent naturally just sets in. Except you are trying to learn the accent of a particular people or a particular English people. Now that's completely different. Different people have different reasons why they want to go as far, but a basic English accent will be achieved if you naturally speak your words with the right pronunciation. There is nothing like, back and forth with that. It just naturally happens. Now, that's one goal of mine, to make sure that every learner that comes across me or that I teach just gets a speech transformation, and even become better than me. That's what I tell my learners. Now, the second goal is To make entertaining videos, please watch out for my videos because I'm going to be putting out content based on spoken English. We're going to learn together, unlearn the crap we once knew and learn what is truly true about the language. Then the third one is just generally being happy doing what I love to do, and hoping that in some way or the other I am helping you reach a transformation, and of course doing what I love. Well, the other dreams of mine are quite personal. Of course, I'm not inclined to spill on those right now, but for the purpose of this video, the Get to Know Me video, this is all I can share. And thank you so much for getting to know me. Thank you so much for keeping up with me. Like I said, going forward, I will be creating content based on English language, pronunciation, spelling, oral reading, folk tale. For those of us that like Nigerian folk tale, there would also be sessions for that. So please look forward to my content and kindly like and subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so. Spread the gospel. Speak English with Jenny is right here. Thank you so much. God bless you.